welcome to Blogging for Programmers. This is episode 13, and fittingly to the 13 number there, today's episode is about writing down your ideas. Now, I've blogged about this, and I will link my blog in the show notes. But one of the things you have to do, and I'll talk even more about this in a few episodes, but is you have to come up with ideas to write about. And every time you have an idea, you need to capture it, because as you age, and we're all aging, sorry, no matter who you are, right? You think you're getting younger, you're not getting younger. You might feel younger, you might, anything, but you're not. You're going to start forgetting things. And even still, even if you're busy, you're going to forget things. You're going to lose ideas and anything. Write them down. Carry something. I carry this phone everywhere I go. And if I don't have it, I've got my watch. And my watch actually only works when I have my phone near me, but usually they're connected, or Wi-Fi. But I can write down ideas. I also have, an iPad on my desk that I do editing and writing and looking at stuff as I need to, as my fourth, fifth screen on the table. But I have this big problem. I come up with these ideas, and I'll just be driving down the road, and I'll think, that's a really good idea. What should I do? And I'll go, bam, that's the idea. I need to write a blog about writing down your ideas. So what do? I forget it. Minutes later, I forget it. So the best way to handle this is to say, and this happens in the car, this works here. Hey, Siri, remind me that I just said to write a blog about writing down my blogs.
Okay. I just said to write a blog about writing down my blogs to the list.
Now, I will also let you know, as you heard that, she did not say, I just said to write a blog about writing. It said a block about writing. So sometimes, writing it down using voice isn't the best, but I have found that 99% of the time when I do it that way, if I don't have any other way to capture the details, that I will have some idea that I didn't mean write about blocks. I don't, why am I using blocks? Maybe I should use balls instead of blocks or something. No, I know what it means. Sometimes I will say there are about one out of every 30, 40 pieces of content I've written down ideas for. I look at it and I go, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't have a clue what I meant. And I know those are the worst ideas I ever had, and just gone because I didn't write them down well enough because they didn't matter. That is honestly not even vaguely what I think, right? What I think is, that was the best idea I've ever had. So, and like I have on the board back here, I have simply blog about something, you won't forget about it. And then the checked box says, forget that idea. And if you write that down on your list, you'll always succeed because the ideas are fleeting. And this is going to be my shortest episode if I don't take a turn here. This is just a simple tip. Don't let ideas get away, because there's only so many ideas you have. And this works a lot for editorial content. Like, you'll be driving down the road, you'll think about something, you'll see somebody do something. You'll be in a place where software is being used. You'll be at a restaurant and you'll see how they're using software. You'll see how people are writing things. You'll think, you could apply technology this way. If you get it written down, you get it written down. Someday you'll come back to it. If you don't, it's gone. One last thing. You're going to get overwhelmed sometimes with ideas. I have thousands of ideas written down over the years, and I go through them occasionally. I'll fiddle with them. I used to have them in OneNote. Now I use Apple's Notes because it's on my phone, it's on my watch, it's on my iPad, and you can get it on the web as well. OneNote works great. I've heard of Obsidian. I've heard some other ones. They're all good. They're all good enough to do what you need to do. A piece of paper is fine. If you're one of those Luddites that carries around a notepad, that's cool. That's good for you. I can't do that. I would forget it. I would lose it, and then it would all be gone. Here, it's at least in the cloud, somewhere in the cloud. Get your ideas down, and then follow through on them over time. But write it down. Right. See you next time. Bye.